Hello and welcome everyone to the Week Ahead Commodity Report, where we of course will be reviewing the markets for the week ahead. Historically, the second quarter has always been considered as one of the most action-packed and profitable periods of the year for commodity traders. So far that trend, it's certainly living up to expectations as we head into the second month of the second quarter. Rapidly surging global inflation, rate hikes, geopolitical risk, they are now emerging as the three major themes dominating and driving the financial markets. This in return continues to present savvy traders with an endless flow of highly lucrative opportunities to generate huge profits fast. It is becoming more evident day by day that central banks across the world, they are fighting a losing battle against rapidly surging inflation, and no matter what actions they take now, it will be nowhere near enough to tame ever rising inflationary pressures. Looking back throughout the whole of 2021, Fed Chair Jerome Powell played down the biggest year-on-year rise in inflation seen in more than 4 decades, characterizing the record spike as transitory, which inevitably will always be remembered as the worst inflation call in the history of the Federal Reserve. Fast forward to today, inflation is running at 41-year highs and still rapidly accelerating. If inflation continues to surge at the current pace, then we're only months away from a return to double-digit inflation on the same scale last seen in the 1970s. To regain its credibility, the Fed must now be seen to move more aggressively on rate hikes, which ultimately means stagflation is now a major risk to the economy in the second half of the year, or worse still, a recession. As traders very well know, monetary policy is a blunt instrument not capable of surgical precision. There is generally a very narrow path to successfully engineering a slowdown without causing unintended economic damage. Historically, 11 of the last 14 Fed tightening cycles since World War II, they have been followed by a recession within the next 12 months. Will the Fed get it right this time? Only time will tell. However, one thing we do know for certain is that equity markets, they tend to lose momentum once the Fed begins its tightening cycle. This inversely presents huge bullish tailwinds for the entire commodity sector, ranging from the metals to the energies to soft commodities. They are viewed as the most reliable hedges against economic risk, inflation and recession. Weighing on all of these fundamental factors, along with the largest war on European soil for almost 80 years, and the return of the coronavirus to China once again threatens global supply chains, amplifying massive upward pressure and further fueling the commodity supercycle, positioning commodities as the most lucrative asset class of the year, if not the decade. Already within the first 4 months of 2022, a total of 27 commodities, ranging from the metals to the energies to soft commodities, they have tallied up astronomical double to triple digit gains. And this is just the beginning. To quote Goldman Sachs, we're still in the first innings of a multi-year, potential decade-long commodity supercycle. Looking ahead, inflation will continue to dominate the headline news and drive markets again going into next week. The biggest market moving event the traders will not want to miss out on includes the FOMC policy meeting scheduled for the 3rd and 4th of May. With inflation spiraling out of control, expectations are now running high that the Fed could be forced to raise interest rates by 50 basis points this month, which would mark the first rate hike of such magnitude since 1990. Also on the radar next week will be the Bank of England's monetary policy meeting. Traders expect that the Bank of England will follow in the Fed's footsteps with another interest rate hike this month as the US economy battles inflationary pressures that have proved more persistent than previously anticipated. Elsewhere on the radar will be the closely watched US jobs report for April, which always has the potential to move the market significantly. Extraordinary times, they do create extraordinary opportunities. Right now, these markets are a trader's paradise, packed with endless flows of back-to-back profitable opportunities to generate life-changing wealth. So with that, let's move over to the charts and we'll talk you through exactly what we're looking at here as we head into next week. So firstly, platinum prices broke out over 2% to the upside on Friday. We took the opportunity, in fact, to scale out of some profits on that significant breakout to the upside on Friday over a 400-point breakout. We banked 410 points profit with our clients at the Gold and Silver Club. So just for that calculation, every 1 lot contract that you'll be trading, that's $4,100 of profit. Every 10 lot contract that you'll be trading, that's $41,000 of profit. Now, of course, that was a trade that we executed in the last week, buying at $9 $1,900 US per ounce. You can see we've had multiple tests into liquidity in the last week. We identified this trade opportunity with you previously. Platinum back at levels of liquidity, back at zones of interest here for accumulation. Not only platinum, we've also seen a nice bounce there and an impulse move on Thursday through to Friday on gold. As we discussed with you last week on the commodity reports, our expectation was that gold would drop sub $1,900 US per ounce. In fact, feel free to go back and watch the week ahead report from last week where we discussed that expectation with you. What happened at the beginning of last week, basically we tanked off the open from $1,930 per ounce. We broke all the way down to $1,872 US per ounce over the last week. So we've taken the opportunity to sniper in and accumulate at lower prices. Then on Thursday through to Friday, gold prices broke out almost 500 points to the upside from 1872 back above 1,920 US dollars per ounce. Now we've seen some end of month profit taking later on in the session, typical end of month profit taking that we've seen across the board over the financial markets on Friday. As we go into next week, we'll of course be moving into a new month, into May. We have the FOMC statement on Wednesday and also Friday's non-farm payrolls. There's going to be plenty of opportunities to capitalize on that volatility. What we stated to you last week all played out. That expectation that gold would be a much better opportunity to get in sub 1,900 US dollars per ounce. It's offered a great opportunity here to accumulate in the last week, as has silver as well. So we talked you through silver last week too, that we were expecting lower prices. So what happened at the beginning of last week, essentially off the Sunday open, silver prices, they broke back below 24 US dollars per ounce. You can see here on Friday we've dipped below 23 US dollars per ounce, dropped over 5% in the last week. That's also been relevant to copper prices too, dropping almost 5% in the last week. All of those end of month outflows we talked you through to anticipate this in the very last week of April. This will give you much better opportunities to buy in and accumulate at lower prices. We've also been able to benefit over the last few sessions of the breakout on oil. We still maintain 3 positions on crude oil, which are currently up over 3,000 points. So again, for that calculation, every 1 lot contract that you'll be trading, that's $30,000 of profit. For every 10 lot contract that you'll be trading, that's over $300,000 of profit. Oil met expectations last week as well. We've essentially continued this range-bound price action. We've made our way back towards the swing highs here. We maintain our exposure on crude oil as we now move into the month of May. As we enter a new economic climate, the importance of having an essential income generating skill like trading has become a must-have necessity. If you want to actually reach your long-term financial goals in these rapidly changing markets, you can't just stockpile cash in a savings account, because rapidly surging inflation, that will erode your wealth and purchasing power. Instead, you need to make your money work as hard for you as you've worked hard for it. With that said, there's no surprise that commodities, they have firmly positioned themselves as one of the most exciting and liquid asset classes, which continue to present savvy traders with unlimited opportunities to generate huge profits fast. Extraordinary times, they do create extraordinary opportunities. Right now, these markets are a trader's paradise. Banks, hedge funds, they're making multi-billions capitalizing on the current super cycle, and it's not so different for the retail market. The majority of our clients at the Gold and Silver Club, utilizing a proprietary research-driven trading approach, they've already made in excess of 6 and 7 figures so far this year, and we still have another 9 months left to go. If you've been kicking yourself for missing out on some of the biggest trading opportunities so far this year, and you still want to make 2022 your best year yet, then you still have time if you take action now. We are seeing one of the greatest wealth transfers ever in history. The time to start making money in this commodity super cycle, that is right now. One of the biggest obstacles that holds 95% of retail traders back from achieving their desired success, it's not having access to professional strategies and institutional level data and market intelligence to make confident decisions with accuracy in these highly profitable markets. If you follow the wrong strategy, or worse still, if you lack access to the right data at the right time, you'll end up wasting lots of time, money and effort and have no results to show for all of your hard work. If you want to thrive, not just survive in these highly macro-driven markets, then you need to adapt and utilize a professional, research-driven approach. Having access to the right data at the right time, that is the single greatest difference between ordinary and extraordinary results. Trading like every other misguided retail trader out there, using outdated technical analysis and gimmicky technical indicators, that will not work. As traders, we have to have a superior advantage to capitalize on every highly lucrative move fast, no matter if the markets trade up, down, or sideways. You need to know exactly when to buy, when to sell, but more importantly, which asset class to focus on and when. The greater your data and intelligence, the greater your edge in navigating these fast-moving markets with superior levels of precision, confidence, and profitability. We still have another 8 months left to go of this year. Never underestimate what you can achieve in the next few months from now with the right guidance and mentorship. You can always give people the right skills, knowledge, and strategies to transform their financial future. One thing you can't give them back is the time they have lost. Time is the most valuable commodity that we have. Make sure that you don't waste it. If you want us to help you achieve the same level of wealth and success as our clients at the Gold and Silver Club, then there is an opportunity for you to join our professional mentorship program. As a member, you get access to our exclusive live trading room webinars. You get real-time trade ideas, access to our institutional research and market intelligence, access to our private members academy website, and also support and one-to-one mentoring. For more information, just go to www.jointhelivetradingroom.com. The link is also below this report in the description, so just click on the link, make an application, and we will of course get in touch with you ASAP.